So step one is to find an image from the internet using your tablet of a full-bodied animal. You can't just have a head or some weird angle. You have to be able to see the entire shape of the animal, okay? That's what you're looking for. Nice, big, and clear. Now, you could freehand this, or you can find a picture and print it. If you're at home and you have a printer, find a good picture of an animal. Start by, of course, watching the video on Tristan Eaton. Then do some research on an animal that you would find interesting for this project, that you might want to draw or you think would be cool looking, and then print off a full body picture of that animal. All right? Now, step 3, I guess you would call it, is what you're going to do once you print that. You're going to take a light box, or you can use a window at home on a sunny day. So in class, we'd probably be using our light boxes. At home, if you don't have a light box, you can easily do this by taking a sheet of drawing paper or any type of nice clean paper and putting it over the top of what you print out on a window on a nice sunny day. Even if there's like a moderate amount of sun, it'll work, okay? Now, what we're going to be looking to do here is we're going to be looking to trace the outline of the animal right in the middle of the paper, nice and even. If you don't have access to any of this stuff, feel free to just freehand the shape of the animal after you looked at the picture. But what we want to do is be very specific and detailed about our edges. We don't just want to rush through this process. We can simplify a little bit to get that silhouette. But what we don't want to do is just skip pieces and parts. If we see a little flip of hair, or a horn, or a trunk, or a paw, or whatever features are on the animal that you chose, you want to make sure that you actually outline. And you'll also notice that when I say outline, I am just doing the exterior of the animal. I'm not going inside and doing fur, or necessarily scales, or horns, or anything that's like along the edge of the animal. I didn't draw the nose. Okay, let's see how the tracing is over the top of the picture. Now, what I have is basically just the outlined shape of the animal that you chose. For me, we're obviously talking about a bison here. Get this light box out of the way. Now, the next step, which will be, I think, step 4, I'm just kind of going one thing at a time, is you're going to use any kind of tools you can find that could be round or straight edge or curved. These could be actual tools like a ruler, or they could just be something you find like an old tape dispenser, okay? And what we're trying to do is we're going to break this up into interesting sections. So we don't just want to do like straight up and down. What we want to do is kind of go with the feel and flow of the animal. Okay, so for instance, one of the things I might do is take something from down here and bring it all the way up and down. And then what I might do is use my tape here to create a little bit of a curve that comes down there. Now, what I'm going to do next is take that ruler and break this up into different sections. Break that up into different sections. You can use very straight lines, curvy lines, diagonal lines. You could also use lines that are more zigzag or wavy or bumpy. I'm kind of following along and creating about 10 to 12, shapes. Anything from about 10 to about 15 shapes is going to work really well. Okay. Now the next step, what we're going to do is we're going to combine some realistic drawings and some designs. You can put anything in these sections that you would like, that you would think would look cool, or you associate with the animal, or things that the animal is associated with. So obviously with my bison here, One of the things that I'm associating with is the local sports teams. So I have some handles on a saber sword for the Buffalo Sabres. I have the Bills logo. Over here, kind of hard to see, I've drawn a chicken wing, okay, for Buffalo. And then some of these other things are just things that I think look cool. Different patterns, textures, lines, shapes, designs. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to refer back to the picture, and in a few sections, I don't know, maybe 3, 4, 5 sections, I'm going to do some realistic drawing. So you can see down here, I've done some shading with my pencil. Up here, I'm going to look at the actual picture. I know it kind of looks kind of dark for you guys in the video, but if you look real closely, you can kind of see the fur that kind of surrounds the top part of the head. And it gets a little darker as it goes further down. It's using lots of little slashy lines, little curvy lines to create some fur. So in some of these sections, I want you to do a realistic drawing. In other sections, what we're going to do is start to use things that can give you color. There's lots of options. Whatever you have at your disposal at home, anything that you have here in school, we're talking markers, colored pencils, Sharpies, whatever you got, okay? Any of those things are gonna work out. Now what I like to do is usually start with my lighter colors first, okay? So like on the swords here, I'm gonna go with my white. This white colored pencil, I know it's on white paper, that's okay. It'll always stay white this way, and it'll really pop. And put some silver around that. And you can use a combination. Now in the same way Tristan Eaton sort of collaged in lots of different materials, you're going to be able to do the same basic thing. So that's a little bit of colored pencil. Maybe you got some crayons, maybe you got some gel pens, I don't know, whatever you got. That's colored pencil, like I said, and this is going to be design marker, because I'm looking for that navy blue. You can flip, turn, angle any of these designs in ways that you think are going to look interesting. Okay, sometimes, you know, you might just kind of be like, I don't know what I...
Just make a couple lines. Slowly and carefully. Fill in that shape of that section. With those lines. Then take a color, you can make it a pattern. Go blue and orange and fill that whole section in. Okay, you see that a little better? You can do shading. Okay, one of the things I did here was I used
marker to fill that in, and then use some colored pencil so it kind of looked like snow over the top of it. I'm drawing the... You can barely see it. Okay. The skyline of the city there, because Buffalo, Buffalo, New York. Over here, I'm working on that chicken wing. And what you're going to do is fill in all these sections, okay, with realistic drawing, marker, colored pencil, crayon, gel pen, whatever it is that you have. Then, the last step, what you are going to do is find a permanent marker of some sort. Hopefully it has a fine tip, okay? Once the drawing is done inside the silhouette, you're going to start to outline with a Sharpie. So you're going to take a Sharpie or any permanent black marker that you can find, and you're going to outline the sections. You're going to outline the exterior of the animal. Everything gets completely outlined. Okay, so this is my example. Here's a finished student example from, I believe, last year or the year before. Okay, it's a really nice Tristan Eaton animal design of a deer. Alright, if you have any questions, please feel free to send me a chat or ask me in class. And good luck on your Tristan Eaton animal designs.